Hi, this is Tamara at mooglyblog.com, and in this video I'm going to show you the traditional granny square. Here you can see I've got a completed granny square, although there's nothing saying I had to stop after this many rounds. The fun part about the granny square is it can be made as small or as large as you like. You can make a blanket out of just one big granny square if that's what you want to do. Here I have one made up of 1, 2, 3, 4 rounds. I'm going to show you how to make one this size. When you make a granny square, traditionally you start with a chain 4 and then you slip stitch in that first chain to create a loop. Alternatively, you could use the magic circle, that's up to you. Here I'm just going to show you the traditional way. Now, to start from here, you're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then yarn over and work a set of 3 double crochets right through the center of that circle you made. 1, 2, and 3. Then you chain 2, 1, 2. This creates the corner. Make another 3 single crochets in the ring. And chain 2 again. 1, 2. Now we need another set of 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3. And you can see we've almost completed our first round, which is made up of 4 sets of 3 double crochets. So what I'm going to do is chain 2 again to create the 4th corner, and then that first chain 5 we did will count as the first double crochet plus the chain 2 for the first corner. So we're just going to work 2 more double crochets into the center. 1 and 2. Okay. Now, in order to complete this round, sorry, I used a little bit smaller hook than I probably should for this yarn. It's a little bit thicker than the example, but you'll still see the idea. So what I'll do is count 3 chains into the starting chain. 1, 2, 3, and I will slip stitch into that starting chain, the 3rd stitch of the starting chain, to finish off this round. It looks a little wonky here. As we make more stitches, it'll pull out a little straighter. You can see we've made the first 4 sets there that are in the center of the granny square. So to start the next round, I'm going to chain 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then do just as I did before. I'm going to work 3 double crochets right into that chain 5 space. 1, 2, and 3. Then, in order to move to the next corner, I'm going to chain 1, make another set of 3 double crochets in the next corner, chain 2 space. And because this is where we make another corner, I'm going to chain 2. 1, 2, and then double crochet 3 right back into that chain space there. 2 and 3. Then we're ready to move to the next corner, so I'll chain 1 and go to the next corner space, where I'll make another set of 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. Let's fast forward to the end of this round. Okay, as you can see, we've come almost all the way to the end of the second round. So I'm going to chain 1, and to finish off the first corner we started with, I will go ahead and double crochet twice more into that very first chain 5 stitch we worked into. And then slip stitch into the 3rd chain that we made there. 1, 2, 3. And that completes round 2. And you can see already how the shape of the granny square is forming. So let's move to round 3. Once again, we'll chain 5 and work a set of 3 double crochets into that first chains 5 space there. that we started the last round with. Got a little tangle there. There we go. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Then what we've got here is this chain 1 space that we had before. I'm going to chain 1 just as we did before to get to the other corner, but before we go there, we're going to work 3 double crochets into the chain 1 space of the previous round. Okay, then to continue on our way to the next corner, we'll chain 1 again, and then once we're in that corner, we'll work the 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, just as we did in all the corners before. Chain 2 and 3 double crochets. Okay, so corner made. Once again, we've got that chain 1 space to deal with, so we'll chain 1 and work 3 double crochets there. And then chain 1 again to get to the corner space. And in the corner, we work 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 double crochets. Let's fast forward again to the end of this round. Okay, as you can see, we've come to the end of round 3. And just as before, I worked 2 double crochets in that first chain 5 space we had, and then joined to the third chain with a slip stitch. This finished round 3. Now from here on out, all the other rounds are basically going to be the same thing. We chain 5, we work a set of 3 double crochets in the first chain 5 space, chain 1, work 3 double crochets in the chain 1 space, chain 1 again, work 3 double crochets in the chain 1 space, chain 1 again, and then 3 double crochets, 2 chains, and 3 double crochets in each corner. Let's get started. I will chain 5, work 3 double crochets in that first corner. Remember that chain 5 that we do right at the beginning, that counts as the first double crochet and the chain 2 for the first corner. So I'll chain 1, and then I've got a chain 1 space here, so I'm going to work 3 double crochets in it. Okay. Then I've got another chain 1 space to deal with, so I'll chain 1 and work 3 double crochets into that. Now finally we're approaching the corner, so I'll chain 1, and then in the corner I work 3 double crochets followed by a chain 2, 1, 2, and then 3 more double crochets. And then I will continue like that all the way to the end, working 3 double crochets in each chain 1 space with 1 single chain between them, and then 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets in each corner. So let's skip to the end of round 4. Okay, as you can see, we've come to the end of round 4, and I finished up once again with 2 double crochets and a slip stitch into the third chain of the starting chain 5. So that's what it looks like after 4 rounds. This is the same square made with the same size hook but different weight yarns. So make sure you're using the same weight yarn if you're going to join these together later. Basically, in order to keep going, you would just chain 5 and keep going just as before, working 3 double crochets into any chain 1 space with chain 1s between them, and 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets in each corner. And that's all there is to a traditional granny square. I know I went through it pretty fast, so don't be afraid to rewind and watch it over. Pause it while you make your stitches, and before long you'll have it memorized and these will be flying off your hook. Thanks for watching.